So, hello guys. Right, so apologies first of all for the quality. I'm not on my usual setup. I'm at my little house in Dartford at the moment, Gravesend. So the purpose of this video is two things. One, just to give you a quick update of what's happening with my channel, and secondly, I've got a bit of a rant to make. But first of all, I'm going to introduce my two guests who are joining me tonight. The first one is Alex.
Hello, how is everyone today? Well, tonight. It feels weird being online this late. I should be in bed watching bed.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've come on this time. I'm working late this week, so and I really want to get on today. And I've just finished work, so this is the only time I make it. Right, let me just quickly introduce a second guest. We've got Adrian.
Good evening, all. I'm fine, thank you.
So, what have you been up to? You stay in anyway, don't you? So this probably hasn't affected you too much.
Yes, something, yes.
So we've got one person who can't go out, but they don't go out. Another person who can't go out, but he usually goes out. And me, who can't stay in because they got to work. So how are you finding the change then, Alex?
Yeah, strange. I'd say I probably would have been really struggling, but because I living in a shared about, I didn't want to move into a shared house. I was worried. I wanted my own space, but now thinking I did, and everyone here has just been fantastic, and we've grown a massive friendship now within the house. So every night we're playing games, cooking together, and just over and it's lovely.
So for you, it's a good thing then.
Yeah. So right now, it's actually a really good thing. And we've got so many talented people here. So you've got Michelle, and she does fitness and pole dancing. So she's been showing me some moves on the washing line, and we've been doing exercise classes in the garden and stuff, just connected. And no, it's been all right.
Yeah. Right. So
I'll do some theme park.
I'll do some. Yeah, I bet you do actually. Yeah. Can't you make a theme park?
I had two birthday parks. There was going to be a history night, and that got cancelled. And also had Alton Towers booked, and that was supposed to have been last weekend, and obviously that's been cancelled. So yeah, a bit sad, but when everything gets back to normal.
It's not been a good year for holiday makers, has it? You've had that Thompson go bust, and now this. So, is there any confidence in holidaying, I wonder? So, anyway, couple of quick hellos. We've got Chris Davies that says, hi, Penny. We've got Dave Bassett, Dave Milne, Matthew. Dave Milne, how are you? Because I know you work in care, don't you? So, you are not just a key worker, but you're an absolutely vital worker right now. We've got Matthew Bourham, Dave Bassett, Chris Davis, James Tubridy again. How are you? Dave Bassett. Dave Say says hi, everyone. Matthew Bourham, hi. Matthew, I think it was Matthew sent me a really funny video. I won't share it, but it did make me laugh. It was about a car coming down the road with a big face mask on it. Taylor Davis, I've not seen that name for a long time. Used to work with him at Newport. Right, so quick update. So as you know, I left Newport, I joined the agency, I've come down to Dartford on a contract. I'm earning more money. I did kind of cock up a little bit in that, well, I say cock up. I didn't know the shift patterns would go like this. I've got to be honest with you, I had no idea about London transport. I didn't realise I'd be starting at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then the next week I'd be finishing at 2 in the morning, and all sorts going on. So And obviously with all this corona going on, it's really, really difficult for me to build anything when I'm in Gravesend and all my stuff is at home in Newport. So I think the easiest thing for me to say is that for the foreseeable future, nothing's going to happen on my channel. And then obviously I'll have to keep reviewing that on a week-to-week basis. I might have to start doing pre-recorded videos. I don't know. I mean, it could well be that when this corona's over, my contract could come to an end. I really don't know. Secondly, I wanted to have a rant. I really don't like people who make videos going, oh, this person said this person said that. However, I got wind of, I'm not going to say my sources, relevant people know, but I got wind of an email that got sent to someone recently, and it's just got me fuming, and I want to go through it if that's okay with everybody. Horlicks and Adrian knows about it, and we're going to kind of discuss it. And I think the best way to do it is to read the whole email, and then I want to break it down sentence by sentence, and we'll kind of break it down because there's a few bits of they really don't know the facts too well, and various things. So let me read it out to you, and then we'll discuss it. So it goes, not sent to me, sent to a very good friend of mine. It says, I've been watching you since you started, and you have been painful start to finish. Your Lego videos atrocious and a bore to watch, as your other attempts of what you call videos. They are a travesty and trash. Who in God's name gave you the right to host the Root Master show, being back, Penny and Horlicks? They did a better job and was great to watch, very informative. Now you host like some bloke's meeting down the pub. Childish behaviour, insensitivity and too much swearing. I'd rather watch a kindergarten of kids playing rather than your attempt at hosting a show. The hobby show is a pile of shite. Who really thought of that idea? A 5-year-old? Sorry, I'm reading this. That's why I'm not looking at the screen. Really, come on, you could do better. It's so painful to watch, it's beyond a joke and painful to watch. I would recommend you step down and walk away, leave the expert, like I assume this is Dave Say, it says Dave Say, to host. His videos are amazing, so that note on how he does stuff. As for the rest of your guests, they also can do a better job than you. Until you walk away from the Root Master show, I can't continue to watch, as you have ruined it to the point I can see Penny being horrified what you turned it into. Quick thoughts? See, I know there's trolls and there's always people. I mean, I've had bad comments on my YouTube videos. Sometimes they're laughable. Sometimes, you know, I mean, I had one the other week where someone said, "Oh, I enjoyed your video up until the point I saw you smoking, and I shan't be watching anymore." And I just responded with, "Thanks for the view." My personal opinion, I've said this before, if you don't like my videos, don't watch them. I really don't care. I know I say I make videos for what I want to make. I do listen to people. If someone says, yeah, that bit was a bit iffy, but this bit was better. I like how you did this. I didn't like how you did that. I will listen to all of that feedback, as I know everybody else do. Something like this is, there's just no constructiveness in it at all. It's just pure, nasty, destructive. But what makes me laugh, that's the only thing that makes me laugh, if someone's moaning to someone, kind of get things right. The grammar on it is awful and some of the facts are terrible. So I'll just quickly pick up on the comments. James Tugbridge has said, he's just a hater. Why would he watch someone if he doesn't like to watch them? That makes no sense. To be honest with you, that's probably absolutely spot on. Why do you waste so much time on something you dislike? Chris Davis says, exactly, this isn't fair. or none. That person didn't deserve that. And Dave Bassett says he's a troll, shouldn't entertain such clueless and unintelligent excuse for human being. And Mark Mod says it's bullying. Spot on. Yes, all right.
Yeah.
I am a little bit guilty of entertaining him. But I'm kind of going to approach this to everybody. This isn't a response to one person. So I want to just break it down sentence by sentence, and I want to discuss it with you two if I can. So the first sentence is, I have been watching you since you started, and you have been painful start to finish. Your Lego videos atrocious and a bore to watch as your other attempts at what you call videos. What I would say is, I'll make a confession here. Lego videos don't particularly thrill me that much, so I don't tend to watch so much of them. It's a personal opinion. I try and watch some, like we have this big group going, and I'll try and watch a video. If it's something they're trying to make an effort, maybe what I'll do is I'll put the video on, put it on mute, and go get a cup of coffee or something. Hello, Fleetwood J, how are you? Yeah, everyone's safe and okay so far, but I don't think we're being complacent. So, yeah, okay. Not everything is going to be to your liking, and I can appreciate that. I know there's people that watch my videos and it's just not for them. I don't have a problem with that, but I don't go around going, oh, it's painful. If he's referring to the quality, well, again, there's not a lot we can do about that. We all start somewhere. Remember the advice I give everybody: start with the equipment you've got and build up from there. You just see right now the equipment I'm using isn't particularly fantastic, but the setup that I've got at home, that's been built up over many years. So do you agree with that, Horlicks, Adrian?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything to add?
My first videos, like you said, like they're shocking, and then as time's gone on, you just you improve over time. Everyone has to start somewhere.
Yeah. I still remember my first ones on Twitch. I had absolutely no flow, and then as soon as I saw the number, I saw one person watching. I'm like, suddenly I'm focusing the whole video on that one person watching, and then I watched that viewing figure go from 1 to 0. Remember, they're a little bit time lagged, and I'm like, oh, they've gone. Oh, what do I do now? And there was just, and even us, Horlicks, do you remember our first show? It wasn't awful, but it wasn't great, was it? As we developed our flow, and then after 10, 20 episodes, we started to kind of get used. Same with Adrian, actually. When we first started doing the Terminator, we were kind of establishing the flow. And now, last videos we do, we kind of, I said to you today in a private chat, Adrian, you've learned to control your show. So like Adrian might be doing a build and then I might go off topic, and he'll let me go off topic, but when the time is right, he'll put it all back on topic. And that's something that you learn. You don't just have that straight away. So Chris Davis is saying that his setup wasn't great at first. Your setup, Chris, is definitely improved. You're still not up to the standard of somebody like World of Wayne, but he spent years setting his up. So Matthew Paul says, must travel with my friends back. High five to you all. Right. So next sentence. They are a travesty and trash. Hearing God's name gave you the right to host the Root Master show. Being back, Penny and Horlicks, they did a better job and was great to watch. Well, we did actually, didn't we, Horlicks? Yeah. Jason said to us, I'd like to take over the show. And I said, yeah, I'm really happy that someone is continuing. Just because I'm gone doesn't mean the Root Master show should be gone. I did say a sarcastic comment to Adrian before. I said, yes, I've been very selfish and would I've gone and left Newport to go and earn a little bit more money to be able to manage better. But that shouldn't be the end of the Route Master show. Matthew's going to share a picture of his girlfriend. Is this a joke or is this a serious picture of your girlfriend? Because I've been getting a lot of humour coming with the bad situation. A lot of people send me a lot of humour. So I don't know what to expect. But yeah, so who in God's name gave him the right to host the Route Master show? Yeah, me and Horlicks did. It had our 200% backing. It's nice that they've said it's great to watch and very informative. I don't know what the question mark was for. Is he asking a question or is he telling me it's informative? We've developed a style that works for us. And I would imagine if somebody else did a Route Master show, they would do things ever so slightly differently. Better, worse, I prefer the words different. Yeah, I know you are right, Dave, but it's kind of wound me up. Right, now you host like it's some blokes meeting down the pub, childish behaviour, insensitive and too much swearing. Right, okay, so that's somebody's hosting style. The swearing I will support and not support. I know I've had this chat with a few people before. Maybe we do swear a little bit too much. We have to be aware that although we may be broadcasting after the watershed, these videos stay on YouTube. But then again, we do now make it very clear that these videos aren't designed for people under 14, and that still catches the 14 to 21 age. But again, I think it's all a matter of taste. Agree? Disagree?
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah. Right. I'd rather watch a kindergarten of kids playing rather than your attempt. Well, I'm sure there's a law against that. So, but if you would rather watch 5-year-olds play, I'm not going to stop
And get arrested.
you. Yeah. So that's your that's up to you. Hobby show is a pile of shite who come up with that idea of 5-year-old. Well, you know, I think it's a great idea. I think it's a way to bring all the hobbyists together. You know, if someone can discover the hobby show rather than Horlicks's channel or Adrian's channel or my channel, that's then a very good channel to send them off to other people's channels. Because if anyone's anything like me, if you find a channel on a particular subject, you then want to find other channels that have the same subject. So, Marty McFly, I'm actually having a bit of a rant. It was a bit of an email come through to I found out about having a go at someone, and it's just really rolled me up. So, yeah, it is a good idea, I think. So, obviously, if you don't think it's a good idea, that's fine. You are entitled to your opinion. So, really, come on, you could do better. Absolutely legitimate statement there. Help him. If you think someone could do better, leave a little comment saying, yeah, I appreciate the effort you're doing, but try doing this. That's called constructive criticism.
But if he's on about the last hobby show, StreamYard had crashed during our show.
Right.
And kicked most of us off, sort of bluntly.
Right.
And we had 3 minutes to try and get back onto it. And lucky someone was still on StreamYard, tried to continue the show, and left it. And we managed to get all back into it and continue the show. We found out the next day.
I think at this point, I think he's written a lot, but his fingers are still a little bit active and a little bit bored. And he's like, well, what else can I say? You know, when you have a bit of a rant and you're like, oh, I've still got pent up energy left, and I still need to keep on typing.
I just got a few comments. James Tomlin's got to go, so he's off. So he hopes we get it sorted out.
Okay, you take care, James. Thanks for popping in.
Night, James.
So Dave Bassett's just said a comment. I'm not ignoring you, Mark, I promise you. Dave Bassett's just come up with a comment. It's a great concept, still in its infancy. Absolutely spot on. I remember a time when the Route Master show was a great concept and still it's in its infancy. So yeah, Mark says that he's new to YouTube and you can't find a better guy than Fleetwood. He has welcomed me into the Route Master show, even though I'm not building. I was let into the family with open arms and love. And that statement there, to me, sums up the fact that Fleetwood J is exactly what a part work modeler is. It's part of the family. We all help each other. And as Chris Davis says,
and also, yeah, that sums up why we started it. So I met you, through our channel. Then we made the Route Master show. Then that met all these.
I think we're losing you, Horlicks, there.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, you're doing a bit Joe Longthorne there.
Oh. That's what happened when I found your channel, or we got together. Then we decided to do the Route Master, and we were doing that sort of on our own. And then all these brilliant people here now supporting us. This is where we've met all these people from, and then that's how we met Fleetwood, and then we encouraged everyone else to do their channel. So from us doing it, it's turned into a lot of these people doing their own channels, which is brilliant, and that's what it's all about. And it's about our motto at the time: share the hobby love. So,
that's it. This is why the Route Master show has been good. It's not because me and you are hosting it; it's because everybody else contributing, and that's why it's become a good show. So right. So painful to watch. It's beyond a joke, painful to watch. I would recommend you step down and walk away, leave an expert like Dave Say to host. No, I would suggest if you don't like it, you walk away. There's a lot of channels out there that I don't like, and there's a lot of very good channels out there that I don't like. It's really simple. Nobody forces anyone to watch anything. Fair enough?
Yeah, definitely.
So it's not us. It's not any. Yeah, it's not any one of us having to step down. I agree. Dave Say needs to make more videos because he's absolutely brilliant. But I could say that about just about any one of us. In fact, there's a lot of people out there that got some good knowledge, and I'd like to see them start making videos. But their personal circumstances is up to them. Right, his videos are amazing. So that note on how he does stuff. The thing you've also got to realise with Dave Say is that he has different stuff. Dave Say's got an absolutely wonderful skill. He can take a subject. Before I met Dave Say, I was really not interested in things like stationary engines. Having watched some of his videos, he really got me interested in them. Yorkshire Crafter, hello, how are you? When are you going to start making videos on your diamond painting? So yeah, Dave is very engaging. But then, there's nothing wrong with Fleetwood's videos. I did say at the beginning, and I don't know if Fleetwood was watching at the time, I made the confession that Lego videos don't thrill me too much. So quite simply, I don't watch them too much. It's just a personal opinion. I don't feel the need to send nasty emails to everyone that does Lego videos. I just don't watch them as much. And I don't like the videos where the kids are doing Lego. That really does nothing for me at all. Right, as for the rest of this is hard to read because the grammar is quite awful. And I do find it quite laughable when some of the current grasp basic grammar and spelling is sending a critique email to someone. So as for the rest of your guests, they also could do a better job than you. Maybe they can, maybe they can't, maybe they do, maybe they don't. But what we need to do is everyone who is making videos needs to grow and they need to be allowed to grow. Not everybody's been streaming as much as everybody else. You know, I've got a bit more experience than some other people. But then when you look at other people's videos and you compare them to my videos at the point, you know, my videos at the time they're at now, I think a lot of them are on a parallel. And also, it's all about if someone comes up with an idea, somebody else can take that idea and then develop it further. And then somebody else look at that developed idea and then develop it further. That's called progress, isn't it?
Yeah.
So right, until you walk away from the Root Master show, I can't continue to watch. Bye. That's all I say to that one. As you have ruined it to the point, I can see Penny being mortified. What you turned into. Is this a mortified face? I'm sorry, but I encourage anybody else wants to do a Root Master show. You know, if there's Root Master shows 7 days a week, that makes me very happy. So,
If anything, no more five than reading that email.
yes. I mean, I know some people send emails to try and put people off and so, you know, make them quit. If anything, it makes me want to quit YouTube because I think we're spending a lot of time and effort making videos, and this is the kind of people we're making them for. You know, so I'm just going to change the view a little bit. I don't actually like. I like that view better. Although that view is much better if we had one more guest, wouldn't it? So, but the thing is, what I'm trying to say is that I'm not saying anyone's videos are better than anyone else. You may find them more enjoyable or to your taste. But you've also got to realize that people are at different stages, different budgets. And, you know, we approach things from a slightly different angle, which is why I think we need more people making these videos. So, but I'm just interested to know, do you think this has the potential to put anyone off? I know every good YouTuber gets negative videos, negative comments, but do you think that can put people off?
Probably some people. My opinion. Well, it's basically, well, as you say, Penny. If you don't like my videos, goodbye.
Exactly. When you first made videos, Adrian, were you scared to make videos? And if so, how did you overcome it?
I was basically, well, first coming on live on YouTube, I was a bit nervous, but when I got into it, basically coming with you on Fort Ranky, getting used to the front of the camera, going live, it's a bit nervous when you starting the show first off. I think,
right,
I got to start it. It's no one else starting. I got to start it.
Right, fair enough. Do you feel the same, Horlicks?
Yeah, I know. Everyone. I got a few friends, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you need to make. You're really good at that. You need to make videos on stuff." And my friend Ollie, who I used to work with, and he really egged me on to do it, and I kept saying, "Oh, I might do one day." And I was getting nervous about going, even just pre-recording one. That's how I started, pre-recorded videos, and in front of a camera, it just feels so strange to start with because if you're not used to it. But I did it, and then more, and then that's when I started to do the part works, and every video I did, I overcome a bit more of the fear, and then started to really enjoy it. And when you sort of know more about the subject, you get more confidence with that as well. So, yeah, I mean, to start with, yeah, very nerve-wracking. Everyone has to start somewhere, but you've got, you know, you've made the leap and you've started it, and I don't know, really. It is very weird when you start one, but no, I'm enjoying it now, and it doesn't really faze me.
So do you think that things like the hobby show has the potential to bring in new guests, first-time broadcasters, that can sit in the back of the show, not necessarily say too much, just get a bit of a confidence going, and then by the time they've been on the show 3 or 4 times, maybe they're ready to try and host their own show because it's not the first time they've been on screen. Yeah, so therefore the hobby show would be doing its job.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, we even have sometimes we had some people that were shy, even with the Roadmaster show when we started. I remember there was a few people that watched but never said words until later on, and then they get, it's almost like they get a bit of confidence. And, oh, hello, thought I'd say hi. I am, you know, and I've been watching your show for a very long time, and you know, it's the same with that as well.
Yeah. So,
but no, I don't think you should put anyone off. I mean, I had some bad comments, and I think it was actually your advice, Benny, because I was going to delete them. I was like, that's obviously not very nice. You said, no, leave them.
Yeah.
And I did in the end, and I think I replied, thank you very much. Thanks for your feedback.
Yeah. I mean, I love bad videos as much as good ones, actually. But I often go back to my first early videos. I watch my Rootmaster issue 1 quite a lot, and I cringe every time I see it.
Yeah, same with my first video. I'm like, oh my god, cringe.
Yeah. You've got this complete. Yeah. Oh yeah. You've got this complete.
It's just awful.
Yeah. With mine, you've got this complete and utter idiot going, this is a bus. I'm a bus driver. What could go wrong? And that was what, over 3 years ago. And then I've tried some concepts that either haven't worked or isn't something I can continue with. But I like experimenting, and I like to see other people experiment, and I could do an idea that doesn't work for me, and then somebody else could do the same idea and it really does work for them. So yeah. So Yorkshire Crafter, I haven't managed to pick up Mark's stream yet because, like I say, I've only just walked in the door. Well, literally just walked in the door. Had an absolute, do you know, I'm getting really wound up every day and it's really bugging me. Someone at work was saying, we're both quite placid people. We just come into work, do our job and go home. And events are really bugging us. The number of people getting on that bus that you know blatantly that they shouldn't be on the bus. They're not doing essential journeys. And they're just like flaunting it. And the only thing that's changed for me is that nobody gets on my bus without paying. Because the way I see it is if it's an essential journey, you'd make sure you have the credit on your Oyster card. What kind of person leaves the house with no bus fare to get home? And but I did mention this to you earlier before the show. I had someone get on today, care assistant's uniform. Can't clarify whether it was actually hers. 3 kids, pushes them on the bus. She just walks on. I said, oh, you do need to pay. And she went, no, I'm a key worker. I travel for free. And I'm like, no, you don't. Now, some bus companies are giving NHS staff free travel. TfL are not giving free travel to NHS. And they certainly are not giving free travel to key workers. And I don't think they ever will, because I think if you start giving free travel to people, it will just encourage more people to use public transport, and they're trying to get less people using them. But anyway, this woman's arguing with me. I'm going, no, you don't get free travel. She's going, yeah, you do. In the end, she goes, right, well, call the police then. So I went, okay. When you say that to me, that's just like a challenge accepted. So I hit my code red button. She's on the phone as well. I think she was on the phone to the police complaining that I won't let her on or something. By the time someone had answered on the radio, she was getting off. So I said to my guys, I said, oh, I'm ever so sorry, this is the situation. But she's getting off now. But it's quite funny because she's shouting a load of abuse at me, but I really don't care because she's off my bus and I got the button for the door, so I just press the button and bye, and off I go. But a lot of bus, I mean, obviously I'm on a couple of Facebook groups that are for bus drivers, and a lot of it is moans and stuff just between the bus drivers, and some of the moans have been obviously about social distancing and stuff like that, but also the lack of support from the bus companies. And I think today things aren't happening quickly, and I think it might well be a case of things can't happen quickly. Things have to go through a chain of command. But one thing I was really pleased with is when I got to my terminus, I should have had a 15-minute layover. I only got 5 because I was 10 minutes late because of this lady. And the guy on the radio, he said to me, he goes, I know you got 5 minutes. Are you okay to go out on time? Now, I don't know if he was actually saying to me, you've got to get out on time. But the way it came across to me was, are you okay? If you needed to be a little bit late, you know, to try and de-stress, that's fine. And that really made me happy, actually, because I'm thinking, yeah, they do actually care about the drivers. Dave is saying he got on a bus today. Downstairs was full. Upstairs, no social distancing. Hey, love minis. Do you know what, Dave? I've noticed that no one goes upstairs in London. Hardly, except kids. All the kids go upstairs, and it's really weird. It's like you go to the supermarket and you've got all these lines, so you all do your social distancing, and you know what it's like on a bus. Everyone will stand 2 meters apart at the bus stop. As soon as the bus pulls up, it's like, whoa, bundle, gotta get on, because if I don't get on in 5 seconds, the bus driver will leave me behind. And it's like, absolutely no need. Yeah, no problems, Yorkshire Crafter, you take care. And Paul 61, yeah, it's been way too long since I've done any streaming. I need to do more, even if it's just streams like this where I'm just getting stuff off my chest. Yeah, it's people. Yeah, maybe it does, David. Yeah, if you go upstairs, maybe you're a kid at heart. No, they all cram downstairs, and I've been pre-COVID. I've had my bus, I'm looking in my monitor, and I can see the entire bottom deck is absolutely jam-packed. No one on it. It's absolutely full, no space at all. And then I've looked on the monitor for upstairs, and there's like 4 people upstairs. You know, I sit there and I play the little thing saying there are seats upstairs, but no one moves. So it baffles me. Maybe it's because they don't go long distances. Because there's so many interconnecting buses, people are jumping on and off buses all over. So maybe they. But then yesterday, I had an old lady or old man get on the bus. He goes upstairs all the way to the back of the bus. Bus pulls off the stop, bell goes. So I pull in at the next stop, and the same man, he comes all the way downstairs. And I'm like, really? You know you're going one stop if you've gone all the way upstairs, all the way to the back. And you know full well, because you look old, I'm going to wait for you to come down the stairs and get up. And I'm like, seriously? But this is what it's done to me. All these little things. You get someone going 2 stops, and I'm like, seriously? Whereas normally I just wouldn't care. So I don't know, does it make me a bad person if I'm whinging about stuff like that? So Dave Wiltshire Welsh, I've appeared on Route Master Show as a guest, and also I was on the Hobby Show when it crashed. I have been made to feel very welcome. So Dave, did you feel you were nervous when you first came on, and coming on as a guest helped? Or do you think you could have gone straight in and done your own show, or are you now growing in confidence? You know, has it helped at all? In other words, is the Hobby Show doing its job by helping people? And I mean, it is doing its job because people are all coming on. It's just a bit sad if the show crashes, but we've had crashes, haven't we, Horlicks? And we've had times like. Yeah, and I've had times when I've hit the wrong button and left the show and left Horlicks there.
Yeah, that's happened too few many times.
Yeah. So yeah, Dave says that he was made to feel at ease. So yeah, that job done then. That, as far as I'm concerned, Hobby Show is a 100% success. Yeah. So also, I had a young girl get on the bus today, and she had to have been playing dumb because no one could have been this stupid. But she gets on the bus. Oh, can you let me on? No, sorry. Absolutely strict at the moment because of this, what's going on. I said, no. She goes, oh, but I need to get home. I said, well, how did you get out? She said, well, something. She unintelligible mumble. And she goes, oh, I've been visiting my sick grandmother. I went, seriously, you've been out visiting sick relatives? I said, have you not aware of what's going on? And she went, I said, what, you don't read the news? You don't see the news? She goes, no. I said, so seriously, you're not aware that people shouldn't be out? She said, no. She goes, oh, no, I need to get home. I said, no, just get off. I'm not risking other people's lives. So, yeah, Chris Davis says, I remember that Penny pressed the wrong button. Yeah, that was not funny at the time, but extremely funny now. So, but yeah, so there's a lot of numpties out there. But the thing is, I mean, you get people out who you know they shouldn't be out, and we've actually got some drivers who interrogating people. What are you doing? Should you be out? And if they don't feel they should be out, they're stopping them from getting on the buses. Oh, Paul, you're so apologetic, aren't you? He says, seeing Penny and Horlicks together after so long has just made self-isolating a little better. No offense, Adrian.
That's fine.
Oh, that's made me happy, that has, Paul. That's made self-isolating a little better. I did a naughty thing I say naughty. I went back to the house last week, and my
Penny's
friend,
always naughty.
well, yeah. But I picked up an Easter egg for a friend who's shielding. She's been shielding now for about 3 weeks. And she has these very strict rules. When her husband gets up in the morning, he makes his breakfast and he disinfects all of the tops. And then as soon as he leaves for work, she can then get out of bed. They're sleeping in separate rooms at the moment. And she has to clean everything after her so that her husband doesn't, this, that, and the other. And it's all very, ships mustn't pass in the night. And she says it's absolute shit for her because she can't go out, people can't come to the door. So anyway, I thought, well, I'm past now, house, and I picked up an Easter egg from a service station. Nothing special, just a little egg with a unicorn on it. And I went to her house. I sent her a little message. I said, can I have your address? I need to send you something. So she went, yeah, share my address is on so-and-so. So I went round her house, knocked on the door, left the Easter egg on the front of the door, stepped back 2 or 3 meters. And the plan was her husband was going to answer, and I was going to say, oh, can you give her this and tell her to look out the window? And I was going to wave at her through the window. But she was at the door as well, but a little bit further back from her husband. And she's like, oh, Penny. So we stood on the doorstep for about 20 minutes just chatting, but keeping a distance. I was sitting on her bench, and she went, "Oh, so nice to see someone." And she says, "Oh, well," she goes, "I can't go out." And she goes, she's finding things like taking the bins out exciting now because it means she can go outside, but only to the bins and then wipe down the bins and then come back in again. So, but yeah, some people are. See, I don't know if I'm lucky or not by going out to work. You know, part of me wants to be inside self-isolation. Part of me enjoys being out and earning money. You know, but when I'm out, I'm like, I want to be in. When I'm in, I want to be out. So I don't know. Am I lucky or am I unlucky? I'm not. I'm not front. I'm glad I'm not front line like NHS stuff. I've got a friend. She works at the Royal Gwent Hospital in Newport, and she's a receptionist. And I call her a hero, and she goes, "No, no, no. The real heroes are the ones on the front line." And I'm going, "Yeah, well, you said that like a proper hero, because heroes don't go around going, 'I am a hero,' do they?" So yeah, right. You take care, Fleetwood. Fleetwood says he's off to bed. Sleep well. Thanks, Penny. Everyone take care. Nice to see everyone. And Dave Bassett, good to have my fellow cheerboys support back on here. No offense to anyone else's club or team. It's going to be hard for all small teams to survive. Yeah, it will. It is going to be tough paying out money to players when there's no income coming in. It will be tough. I can see a few football teams next season going bust. Maybe we could be a little bit lucky, and there's so many teams above us go bust, we just get promoted to the Premier League. Now that's really mean for me to say that. Yeah, so I've totally lost my flow again. I can't remember what I was saying. So I will hand over to Horlicks. Talk, Horlicks.
Well, I don't really know. I've just. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, regarding the email, yeah, I think it's very sad. And obviously, it's just not worth even entertaining. As they said, and yeah, just carry on.
Yeah, I mean, it's some people are like, pardon?
I was just saying, yeah, carry on as you're going to do anyway. Forget about it.
Yeah. I mean, the people I feel sorry for are those that don't have gardens, because I can see the way that people are ignoring this lockdown. I can see the government saying, "Right, Sodja, you can't play properly. I'll take your ball away," and I can see them saying, "Right, you don't come out of your house at all." And that's going to hit a lot of people. And where I am at the moment, we've got a lovely back garden. So, and the summer's coming in, and push to come to shove, I could sit a little bed outside, and I can read a book and sit in the sun or in the shade or whatever I want to do. But like those living up on the 8th floor in a flat, and they can't go out of their house, and they've got a poky little one-bedroom flat. What do they do? Although I've heard it said that, you've got all these men in lockdown for 12 weeks. No wonder we've run out of toilet roll. Sorry, I missed a bit of that out. Men in lockdown for 12 weeks with just...
I got it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was probably a rude and sexist joke, wasn't it? Suggesting that if you lock a man in his house for 12 weeks with just the internet, there will be no toilet paper left.
Easier, just use a sock and wash it.
Well, that's No, it's I take my socks off at night, and I have quite bad feet, especially sitting in the bus with heating. My buses, they have heating that works. So my socks at the end of the day, I don't mind telling you, are you put them in the laundry bin like that, And you know, sometimes you get a lot of people that can go, oh, I forgot to do the washing, never mind, I can wear my socks again the next day. There'll be absolutely no comeback from that. I cannot do that because that would absolutely kill my feet. But anyway, that's a subject we didn't really want to head down. So, but on the upside, they reckon that this things might all die out again by the end of May, maybe June, don't they? So we might all be returning to work. Paul 61 says, my son employs around 40 people and is paying them full wages. I'm afraid for him, but he says he can last around 12 months before he starts getting worried. That's a really nice story. You've got people at Lane, people off sack, and I'm not 100% sure. You might know more about this than me, Horlicks. This furlough thing. Do you get paid by the government for the furlough, or are you being paid by your company?
Yeah, my company's paying me, and I think the government's paying the company.
Right.
That's
so there isn't that much risk to the companies then.
Not I know of, no.
I know there was something I heard that if you've left a company to work for somebody else after a certain day, and then you get furloughed, or they lay you off or something, you can go back to your previous company and get furloughed by them. But you see, I'm in a different boat because I've set up a new company. I won't get anything if I don't work. So the only thing I can do is either find new work if I run out of work, or live off the savings. I just need to save money. And as it stands right now, I can manage sort of about 3 or 4 weeks if I lost my job tomorrow. Dave Bassett says, my son's job's packed up. He starts work delivering for Tesco tomorrow. Really proud of him, but worried too. I don't think there's so much to worry about, to be honest with you, because they have less contact with customers than anyone else, because obviously they're going to take the stuff out of their van, take it to the doorstep. This is what I gather. I might be wrong. But they'll knock on the door and then step back. A little bit like the Chinese delivery guys and the pizza. And I think so long as he's a little bit sensible, one of the things that bug me, if you go into like Domino's, for example, they got an awful lot of delivery drivers. And then they go out and they deliver and they do all the social distancing, all properly and everything. And then they come back to Domino's Pizzas and they all crowd into a little room waiting for their next delivery. And I'm thinking, you just totally spoil the whole lot, right? And the Uber drivers used to do it before they shut down McDonald's. You know, they'd go out and do all the social distancing, but then they'd come back to McDonald's and they'd all sit there and crowd in. So it kind of defeats the object, doesn't it? Government only pay 8%, but he says without his girls, he wouldn't have a business without them. That it's really nice when a company is or an employer is supportive. So I'm just going to pop my jump. I took my jumper off a minute ago. I'm going to put that on again now. But I know I read a story today about a landlord that are giving all of his tenants free rent over April, on condition that they all follow the rules of self-isolation, which I think is a really nice thing to do. So, Dave Mills says, good night, everyone. I've got tomorrow. Stay up, support you guys, stay safe. Thank you so much for your support, Dave. As always, it's really appreciated. So, Dave Bassett's daughter's working in mental health with NHS in Rushden. She is doing most work from office by phone. Brilliant. It's nice to see. I mean, obviously, you've got some people that can't work from home. But yeah, it's nice when they can. Right. So I think I've said about as much as I can say, which, given that I can talk for Wales and England combined, that's not good, is it? So, do you have anything to add, Horlicks or Adrian?
No, I think we've covered it all. Just again, thank everyone. Thank you everyone for being here. I know it's late, but it just shows how supportive everyone is, and it's just amazing.
I wanted to show my support to the person. I mean, it's probably obvious who it was aimed at, but I want to show my support, not just for him, but for everybody. I don't know who sent that email, and it's probably best I never find out. I don't know if the person who sent it to me deliberately didn't include the email it was sent from. As I say, I don't normally like making these types of videos. I don't like reading, watching them. But I just felt quite strongly about it. When people say something's crap or useless, it's not necessarily useless. It's just not to your taste. If you don't like something, then don't watch it. If you're not enjoying it, but you think it has potential to be enjoyable, then you start sending them constructive criticism. Yeah, your channel's got potential, but I don't like the way you do this. If you word it nicely, you will actually improve their channel. And then 12 months down the line, when they've got one of the most successful and most enjoyable channels on YouTube, it's because of you. Because you said 12 months earlier, I'm not happy with this bit. Could you do anything about it? I think a really good example of that actually is it Fleetwood made a video and someone it was doing something to their eyes. So they sent him a comment saying, oh, it's sending me eyes funny, could you do it differently? And he changed the next video and it improved things. Or something like that. I might be talking about my bumhole there, but
No,
so Chris Davis,
flicky.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it. I always thought it was his bus figures, wasn't it? He did it in an old black and white style, and he did the old posh. I'll call it an airman, World War II airman's voice, and I really liked it. But obviously, if it's someone made a suggestion, he took it on board and made changes, and that's what I mean by constructive. People said stuff to us before, haven't they? But if it's done constructively, you can do more for people's videos than, to be honest with you, that pile of trash that I just read out. It's what Mike says, whoever sent that email should pull up his trousers and step away from the keyboard. Sounds like a complete toss of you. Yeah, you are right, and we probably shouldn't rise to it, but I just, if you mess with a friend of mine, you effectively messing with me, and I really don't like it. And like I say, I've given him an awful lot of airtime. Like, where's the camera going? Why ever cannot find my camera? I've given him 58 minutes airtime, which is 58 and a half minutes too long. But saying that, I've got to meet up with a lot of you guys again. Chris Davies says he's going to trying to get someone to live stream Facebook for the NHS. I need help to video it. Oh, a nice idea. It'd be nice to. I've got to be honest with you, and I'm going to cause a hell of a lot of controversy with this, but I don't care. Being a bus driver, I feel a bit like a middle child. Everyone's going, oh, the NHS, they're out there, they're working really hard. And I don't want to take anything away from them. They are on the front line. And then you've got, oh, the retail workers, blah, blah, blah. I feel like the middle child. It's only recently that bus drivers have been getting appreciation. And that's only because we lost about 11 bus drivers because of this. And now they're starting to say, yeah, hang on, the bus drivers are out there too. And I feel if we were being mentioned right from day one with the NHS workers, maybe we'd been better looked after earlier on. So I'm being a bit of a spoiled brat by saying that I appreciate, but that's kind of my thoughts. And, I'm hearing on the radio things like, oh, let's have the applause for the NHS. And I'm sitting there thinking, no, let's have applause for everybody who's an essential worker. but yeah, that's how I see it. Dave Bass says he's crap for everybody. Christine says stay safe, Penny. Great seeing you. Yeah, it's lovely to be back. I must get back online a little bit more often. So how's that fingernail taste then, Horlicks, that you've been eating for the last 5-10 minutes?
Oh no, it's really horrible. I've got I recently had a tooth out, and I feel like I'm teething. I've had an extraction, and actually they've missed a bit of tooth, and it's under the gum.
Okay.
And I think it's trying to work its way back out, but it's just really sore, and I'm massaging it, just seems to ease it a bit. It's really weird.
That's probably going to make it worse. But I don't know what to suggest. I'd say go and see a dentist, but most of them are shut, aren't they?
I've looked it up. I've had it before. It will come out because of foreign objects, and it's pushing it to the surface. So there's a little sharp bit.
Right.
Yeah, it's really strange.
Fair enough. I'll tell you what, going back to what Chris said about wanting to make a video, he says he's got some songs in mind to do on my system, and bus drivers are awesome too. I was on my way to work the other. I found a really good radio channel I really like. It's Magic FM. And the reason I like it is that there's 4 channels I can get decently in this area. One is LBC, which called me a bit odd. I like LBC because it really winds me up. And I love getting wound up on chat radio. And so I remember a couple of weeks ago, some teacher rang up and they were going, oh, it's absolutely disgusting that we've got no hand sanitizer and stuff like that. And the radio presenter was going, yeah, but they haven't got any in doctor's surgeries. Oh, never mind. We should have some because we're teachers. And I'm sitting there going, really? You know, teachers are got to be lower on the list than health staff, haven't they? You know, people are still. I saw someone post on Facebook saying, "Oh yeah, there's toilet rolls back in the supermarket, but we still can't get hand sanitizer." And I'm thinking, no, because they're probably still diverting most of the hand sanitizer to medical situations, and that's fine, isn't it? You've got to send stuff with. But yeah, I love getting wound up by these shows. But the last sort of 3 or 4 weeks, there's only ever been one subject on the radio, and then Radio 2 is always saying, oh, dedication for people who are self-isolating and stuff like that. And then you've got Radio X, which is a bit rockified, and I do like rock music, but not all the time. And then that leaves Magic, where they just pretty much just play middle of the road, nice music. But I did hear a dedication. Someone said, I want to dedicate this song to all the bus drivers and all the other essential workers. And they played Take That, Shine. And I thought, yeah, I like that. That was a good dedication. So that's when I lost my middle child syndrome thing. But yeah, and of course they did that feature. Was it today? I got to listen out for that. Some bus driver was on LBC, and they're talking about. Chris says, guys, remember what the PM has said: stay home, stay safe, and protect the NHS. See, the Prime Minister didn't say stay home because he was out sorting stuff out to keep the whole country safe, and he's fallen ill. So. Someone actually said to me, it's a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Can't think of the word. But she said, oh, this COVID, it's just a nasty thing just to weed out all the evil people. And I thought about it for a minute, and I thought, yeah, all the people that are outside that shouldn't be out, they're the ones who are going to get it. But then I thought, well, hang on, because there's a lot of people who got it who don't deserve it. So I'm not sure where I stand with that, but so So Dave, so will you be doing another video? I don't catch your videos, David, all the time. Obviously, when I'm driving the bus, I can't watch Facebook while I'm driving, but I do catch little bits, and I do. Yeah, I do like what I love people's thoughts. You know, if you just walk down the road talking crap, that's brilliant. So right, okay, so that's me rambling now, isn't it? I might do another ramble video tomorrow on Facebook because we finally got our new announcement. Remember I did that video on Facebook? I know you watched it all because you went, oh, look at all those buttons to press.
Yeah.
But you remember we had all the buttons, but we've got a new one now on social distancing, and we're having an awful lot of fun playing it. I personally play it every time someone gets on the bus. But some people play at every single bus stop, and they've got customers coming up. There's one guy, he says, I had a customer come up to me and said, excuse me, do you have to play that social distancing all the time? And he goes, I just looked at him and go, excuse me, would you mind standing back 2 meters? You're far too close. So, but yeah, it's quite good actually. It's a little bit lengthy, but it goes on about you know, we're committed to keeping people safe and this, that, and the other, and don't sit too close. And if you don't feel safe, don't get on public transport. But yeah, I might do a little quick video on that tomorrow. And some of our buses, I was a little bit upset yesterday. A lot of the precautions drivers are asking for, maybe they're pushing it too much, maybe they're not, I don't know. But we all agreed that we wanted the seats behind the drivers separated. And people have been taping them off with whatever they can get hold of, be it bus tickets or proper tape. And there was a letter circulating yesterday saying that we either don't endorse it and you're not to do it. And if anyone's found doing it, they could be disciplined. So we're like, well, hang on, you know, we're going to be disciplined for trying to look after ourselves. And then today, we've had these official banners, like proper Mayor of London, and, you know, please do not use these seats, and they're being put on. So, yeah, things are happening, and but obviously a proper banner with a TfL logo and stuff, that looks a lot better than just load of paper tickets all wrapped around the pole, doesn't it? So, but I know one of the demands that the drivers are making is to shut off the front of the bus, not even use the front doors. And the Mayor of London have said, you know, there are issues with that. I don't know if I agree with measures that give people free travel, because free travel encourages people to use the bus more, which is the complete opposite of what we're trying to achieve. Personally, I think we should stop the Oyster cards of everybody that isn't a key worker. And we should definitely do it with the under 16s. But some people would disagree with that. But some people could probably make a good case to disagree with it. So, I don't know. But neither of you two use London Transport, do you? So, see, this is the thing. You start...
times, but
yeah,
I've been on the tube a few times, which freaks me out.
Yeah,
it's a bit like, well, like on, you know, on the second door, if they have a second barrier, you need your Oyster card to open the door.
You do
the
on
second
the
barrier to get
buses.
on.
See, our buses you don't, because the back door is an exit door, and all the travel it's a flat fare regardless of how many stops you take. So there's no need. There used to be, I know, like some of them, it's like the tubes, isn't it? You tap to come into the station, and then you tap to come out, and then you're charged according to your journey. But our buses are just basic 2-door versions. You get on the front and you tap your Oyster card. It deducts £1.50 or whatever your type of card is. And then when you get off the back doors. And the reason you do it that way is that you can load up as you're unloading. Although people seem to be able to, surprisingly, you can load up, you can get people on quicker than you can get them off. And you would have thought it'd been the other way around, wouldn't you?
Mm.
So, right, guys, so I am going to let you two guys say your goodbyes, and I'm going to sign off the stream. Especially, you probably noticed I'm doing a little dance because I need a toilet. This is what happens when you come home from work and then run 2 cups of coffee down your neck. So, thank you for watching, everybody, and thank you for, I guess, should I go clockwise or anti-clockwise, do you think? Don't care. Right.
Yeah.
So, goodbye. Oops, that way, isn't it? Goodbye to Horlicks.
Okay, yeah, goodbye. Yes, goodbye everyone. Thanks for being here, and see you all very soon. Hoping to do a stream tomorrow, but I forgot I've got a windscreen being fitted, so I'm not sure what time. I may see you tomorrow at some point.
Brilliant. Okay, and lastly, it's goodbye to Adrian.
Goodbye, all. And of course, I would say a bus driver is a key worker. Without them, nurses or doctors couldn't get to the hospital, or shoppers who shopping staff can't get to their workplace. So basically, bus drivers are key workers as well.
See, I knew there was a
Goodbye,
reason I liked you, Adrian. I knew there was a reason I liked you. Right, okay, take care, everyone. I'll try and be on a little bit more often, but obviously I can't make that promise, especially in the current situation. But thanks, everyone, for watching. I'm really surprised how many people watch given the time and the notice. But yeah, take care, guys. I'll see you again another time.